Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing my visit to Ireland, and we're actually going to get to see where the Blarney Stone is located. I hope you're as excited as I am. It's taken a while to get here, so I'm really glad that we are going to get this done today. And we're going to do something special with a simple page kit, so I hope that this is something that'll help you. Let's check out my workspace and we'll get started. All right, so this is my workspace for today, and I have permanent and repositionable adhesive out as usual, but you'll recognize this page as the right side of the last layout that we did, the BIE layout that was on Wednesday. And we are today going to do something I'm hoping it'll be kind of easy. I'm hoping it will be a little bit on the not necessarily on the beginner side of things, but I hope it will just sort of remind you of the simplicity of things, or how simple some things can be. This is one of our simple page kits from last year. This was for March, and I had a couple of extra of these, so I grabbed them out of my stash, of course, and added them to my Ireland supplies, just because they kind of they definitely go along with the theme, and because I forgot all the appropriate stickers right here and all the papers that I need right here, but I didn't want to do this page. I've already done this page. Or these pages. So I wanted to do something different. So my challenge for myself in this layout is I want to make it look unique, not exactly like this. And because of the number of photos I'm adding to these pages, I feel pretty confident that it's not going to look like this. So let's check it out, and we'll see what we can make happen with this. So in a simple page kit, you get 2 base pages. Those are these 2 pages right here. So they already have frames printed on them, and you can use this side or you can use this side, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the side that already has the frame printed on it, because I think the frame presents kind of an added interest to the page, so I really like that a lot. And then you get one of these pages, a page that you might look at it first and go, why would they print a page like that? Well, they print the page like this with the intent that you will cut it according to the lines on the back. And when you cut it according to the lines on the back, then you end up with all the pieces that you need to make that layout that we just saw. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some of the same things. I'm going to add one more piece of paper to the mix that I've pulled out of one of my collections that I've had for a while. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut down this center line and separate the yellow from the orange. Okay, so we've got the orange and we've got the yellow. And I need to actually trim off just a hair more, because I did that so close to the edge that I got just a little bit of orange on my yellow. And it's like Reese's with peanut butter. You got your chocolate in my peanut butter. No, you got your peanut butter in my chocolate. Anyway, okay, so then what we want to do, this yellow piece is 6 inches by 12 inches. So I want to cut this in half, just like it does call for in the project recipe. So I'm going to measure it to 3 inches on the side here, and we're going to cut it right down the middle. Okay, so there are our 2 yellow halves. And then we've got these, and these are meant to sort of look like tags, sort of for mats, which is a clever idea, and I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to put the ribbons on it to make them into actual tags, but we could definitely use these to mat our photos with. I think they would be very cute. So I'm going to cut these apart, and then I'm going to cut the corners off of them, okay? Because the corners can be used in another part of the layout. So I'm going to line up this line on my cutting line and cut that off, and line up this line on the cutting line. And cut that off. And there's one. We're going to do that with each one of these. And we're going to save these corners because I think we're going to use them. Okay, so I'm just going to set them off to the side, kind of. And that way I can get back to them in a minute. So if you are not aware, Creative Memories started these simple page kits last January, and the ones for last year went along with the This Life page kit, and they were bright rainbow colors, kind of themed to go along with that. This year we have Noteworthy Days, and that's the theme that our simple page kits are going to follow, and I'm super excited because they are really cute and a more neutral pattern, kind of think denims, and just kind of a more generally used kind of theme. I don't know, I just really like it. It's very homey, has a very homey sense about it. I really like it. So I'm excited to see the different simple page kits that come out for that. And they have a deal going where if you buy each quarter's worth of simple page kits, so January, February, March, and then April, May, June, and then July, August, September, etc. Then if you buy them all together and you buy them in the bundle, then you get the extra little sticker pack that used to be advisor exclusive, and you also get a simple sleeve with the number of that month on it, or you'll end up with 12 of them and you can use them as you like. But they make a great way of organizing your photos each month if that's how you're scrapbooking. So just really fun new things. Okay, so what I'm scrapbooking today, the pictures are going to be a little more vertically oriented, a little less horizontal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this base sheet to my page. So and this is something that I don't always do when I'm on camera, so so if you're wondering if I do this every time, yes, I do. I do this every time, but you just don't get to see it every single time because I don't want to have this always be a part of the recording, because your time is precious and so is mine. Anyway, so here we go. I'm just, for the sake of kicks and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and do these today. We're going to add them to our actual hinged pages. Okay. And I know that we have talked, or I've at least mentioned before, that that to get to the Blarney Stone you have to go all the way to the top of the castle, and that might be odd to you if you have never been there or never seen Blarney. I did not have any idea that the stone, the Blarney Stone, was actually at the top of a castle. It's not on the side of a mountain or a hill or anything like that. It's actually, you have to climb to the top of the castle to get to it. And so the pictures we're doing today are kind of all about that. So what I want to do, I think, is take this piece and we're going to make it vertical instead of horizontal. That right off is going to change the way that we look at the design on this page. And if you are really into changing things up, then maybe you might want to actually punch the edge on this 3-inch piece. I think that would be really fun and appropriate to do sometime. Actually punch some of the pieces and jazz them up a little bit that way. I'm not going to do that for this one. I think this is going to have a lot, this layout's going to have a lot on it, so I don't really need to do all that too. But just a suggestion for you, if you have extra simple page kits that you are wanting to use and you are not sure what to do with them, you might try it. I would love to know if you have tried it in the comments and what you think, or what you might have done, or what you might have already done differently. Okay, so then we have these cute shamrocks, and you can do a lot with a 12-inch sticker, as I'm sure most of you know. I think I'm inclined to just turn it sideways and use it up the side. It'll mean that most of the shamrocks are not hanging, excuse me, they're not hanging straight, but they're not really hanging straight anyway, so I think I'm okay with them being sideways. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off and put it on here close to the edge. And the reason I'm putting it on closer to the edge is because there's going to be a lot of photos, as I mentioned before, on this page, and I don't want to never see the fun sticker because I put it too far towards the middle and had to cover it up with pictures. Okay, so we're going to put it out there. And we do the same thing on this side for the sake of consistency. And these are going down roughly maybe inside of 1/8 of an inch from the outside edge of that yellow piece. Okay, so like that. All right, so now we are good to play with our pictures. Now I've already trimmed several of these pictures down, and so I am hoping, so they're going to be a little bit tall because I didn't want to trim them all the way down, but I think it'll still be okay to do it this way. Alright, so first of all, let me lay out my pictures, and then we can decide which ones we are going to have be a part of or be using these orange mats. Okay, so I also have, you'll notice if you're looking at the pictures as I'm laying them out here, that these steps to get up here are very, very steep. She's got her her toes all the way to the edge, and her heel is halfway off. This is my son. This was, I was told, right before you pop out at the very top, and you can see how close the wall is behind him. He is using the rope to help him climb, and the steps are just extremely, extremely narrow. So just something to keep in mind if you decide you want to go and see it for yourself. It is not easy to get to. Okay, and I have all of that, and I have a peekaboo pocket that's going to go in here. So I think we're going to scooch these over. Maybe I may need to trim just a little bit on those if I'm going to mat any of them. Okay, so I think my thought was to go ahead and mat a few of these. But maybe not mat them in the traditional way. I don't know. We're gonna take a look at this and see if we like it. And these over here, I could trim a little bit off of this one, but I would be trimming my son's face, and I don't know if I want to do that. Or I could trim a little off the top. This is the paper that I'm going to add to this. This comes from the Feeling Bright collection of papers. And I just decided a little more orange on this page would be a fun thing to do. So I want to add a mat around this photo, and I want to add mats around a couple of these others. So let me grab my trimmer, and we're going to cut a few more mats. And we may even trim a few photos. So we're going to go with 4 1/4. And another one at 4 1/4. And I probably should have turned this, but that's okay. That's just how things roll. Alright, and so now what I want to do is cut this at 6 1/4, so I'm going to go just a hair beyond my 6-inch mark out here on the edge. I'm going to cut that, and then we've got some slightly smaller ones. Okay, so this can go there for that one. This is going to need to be a little bit smaller, or maybe maybe what we'll do is just trim that. Then it will fit right there. Alright, so I'm going to just trim this picture down by about 3/8 of an inch. Just going to be right about there. I know I used the wrong trimmer. I can hear you. That's okay. Well, I used that one all the time before. Alright. So that one's going to go there. We can move this one. Maybe something like that. And maybe this one will trim down a little. And we need to add this one actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have some other things we could use. Hang on just a second. Alright, so we've got this piece. I think I'm remembering now what I had planned. Okay, so this is going to not be there. This. Maybe I'll just adhere this to the paper and then I don't have to guess on my measurements. Sound good? I thought so. Okay. So we're going to just trim this so that it's even. There we go. Okay. And then I don't know if we need, I have a peekaboo pocket here that has 2 pictures in it that's going to go on this one, but we could add this in underneath it. It's just that it doesn't really fit. So I think I'm just going to overlap those just a little. Let me think about that. Let's go ahead and adhere these photos and then we'll decide. I don't think all of the photos need to be matted. So maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I'll mat this one. That's where my train of thought is getting derailed. But this one's not going to be matted, so I suppose that would sort of take care of it. It'd balance not matting that one and not matting the other one. Okay, like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere these, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the photos. Now I have, I was going to say, now I only have a couple of these corners because I thought I had lost one, misplaced it. But these are going to go on the outer edges of this photo down here. I'm not going to put any on the inside edges because I have a peekaboo pocket that's going to go there. So this peekaboo pocket opens this way. So it will be right here and open this way. So I'm just going to have those corners be on the outside there, and then these corners are going to go on this photo here in the upper corner. So visitors, after they climbed and climbed and climbed, would pop out here to these stairs and then be invited to join a queue, and the queue wrapped all the way down the long part of the building, and the stone is actually on this end down here, right here where these people are standing. And give me a second here. I'm gonna lift up this little notice. This little plaque stood at the entrance to the beginning of the climb. You'll notice it says, "Please be aware that the walk to the top of the castle is arduous, and due to the age of the castle, the steps and surfaces are uneven. Please be aware you enter at your own risk." So we'll put a title down here and possibly some journaling off to the side here or down here. There isn't going to be a lot of journaling on this page. Most of the story is told by the photos. But the pictures that you see here are taken through these little, I call them turrets. They're not really turrets, but these little protective spots that are around the top of the castle. So these are the views from the top of the castle. Really, really cool stuff. Tomorrow we'll actually, or not tomorrow, but the next time we get together, we're actually going to do the photos that go with the actual kissing of the stone. And you'll see the people who were brave enough from our party to do that. Super fun. I love the simple page kits. I think they go together really, really quick and easy. We have embellishments right here that will go together just really, really easy. We can say happy-go-lucky and happy-go-lucky. And give it a shamrock maybe coming out the top. Something like that. Do shenanigans and put a coin or two down here in front. Like that. Oop. Maybe more like that. Put shenanigans right here, or we could put it up here, Maybe here would be better. Next to Michael's face, he'll appreciate that. Shenanigans. And maybe just kind of a cluster of these guys. I'm gonna have a blue one. That's kind of cool. The blue one. And the multicolored. We'll put the little one back to use another day. And these three, we could put kind of right there. And I think that's going to be it for right now. Now, originally, these ribbons right here were used with these mats, but since we're not using all the mats, I'm not worried about using all of those ribbons. We could possibly put them on there, I suppose, but they wouldn't look the same, so I'm not going to worry about that. I think this is cute just the way it is. Let me know what you think, if you would have done anything different, or if you have another idea of a way that you could use the Simple Life kit or Simple Page kit for this life, number 3. And because I'm curious to know if you have used these in a different way like I tried to do today. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments and a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Somebody found the bag of shredded paper.